This is built from Generation 3 Electric. Today we're going to install this wire, which is for a 240 volt electric heater, into this panel with a double pole 20 amp breaker. We first start by removing the panel cover. We're going to take a Romix connector, make it mounted into the bottom of the panel cover, and the wire gets pulled in. So, interesting about this wire, on the one side of the wire, you're able to read, printed on there is some information about who made the wire, where it was made, and when it was made. On the opposite side, embossed in the wire and printed right there in the plastic, this way it lasts for years and years, is the type of wire it is, as well as, let's see it's upside down, as well as the type of wire and the size. That's 12 wire American wire gauge. We're going to install this breaker. We're actually going to use, there's two spaces up here that are not being used, so we're going to remove two single breakers. These are 110 volt breakers here that are coming out. If you notice, they clip on there. There's a little toe here that holds them in. They just snap down. These are two breakers. Each one's 120 volts. This breaker is a double pole breaker. It will give you 240 volts, and it snaps in pretty much the same way as a single pole breaker. There we go. The wire here. Some stuff. It's an arc pole breaker that isn't being used yet. So I'm going to take this wire here, put it to the side, I bring it up. Extra wire for the future. Bring it here. That's where I'm going to cut it. Take my electrician's knife, about a 1/4 inch off the end there. Make it fit into the breaker. This way, 1/4 inch, none of the wire, none of the bare copper sticking out. It's nice and safe. And we're going to tighten this down. Make sure when we put this in, the breaker is in the off position. We don't want it to spark or have any load. We want to make sure the other end is perfectly finished and no one's touching a loose wire. Go through and crank this down so it's nice and tight. Snap it just like that. The breaker is still in the off position. This is the ground wire for the breaker. It's going to match, but it's going to be a little shorter right there. Actually, watch that, I made a mistake. This here is actually a sub panel. It does have a main breaker here, but it's being used as a sub panel, so it's not the main one. So here we have a neutral bar, which is tied by the white wire, and here is the ground bar, and the main panel are connected with a piece of copper that goes across here. It was removed because this is actually a sub panel, so we can't actually put this here on this side. It has to go around to the ground side. Right there up top, nice and neat. There we go. There's the ground. Right above it here is the electrical, electrical ground that comes in from the main panel. This is the green ground that bonds the casing. And you notice this goo here, that is antioxidant, which helps keep the connections good and should be replenished every few years. Okay, our new 220 volt breaker is installed. All we need now to do is put the panel cover back on and we're ready to go. Hi, it's Bill again. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please share with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. For more information, go to generation3electric.com.